What up, what up? Make sure if you're here early, you drop a like on the stream and we'll get this thing cooking. What up, what up? And also, guys, if you want to drop a like on the stream, you have to hit the 3 dots in the corner and that will drop down the like menu. Just want to put that out there because I realized that liking the stream is not as intuitive as it probably should be. What up, RPM? What up, Lionel? Rennie? Stelio? What up, what up? Guys, you got some huge news to talk about in this video. Yep, RPM. Make sure to smash that like button. You guys are awesome. Sneaky. Yes, yes, yes. What up, what up? What up, Daniel? What up, R-Walk? J-Walk? How's everyone doing today? We got a nice snowy day here. It's sick. It's sick. What up, Marty? What up, Wavy? LDW? Guys, we got some exciting stuff to get into in this video, so make sure to leave a like on the stream. To like the stream, you have to go into the upper right-hand corner. There'll be a little drop-down menu, and you could drop a like just like that. It'd be super appreciated. We'll get as many people in the stream here as possible, and we're already blowing it up. We already have 108 people in here. What up, Bobby? What up, CD, Yankee, Valerie? Good to see you, Valerie. You're here every day. Love seeing you here, Valerie. FinTech Frontier. What up, what up, what up? Yeah, it's crazy here right now. We are getting so much snow. It's so nice. It's so nice. That's why I had to get it in the backdrop. That's why I had to get it in the backdrop. Ripple is the new Amazon. I completely agree, guys. Ripple is making huge strides right now. This is one of the most bullish announcements we could have seen. This is so good. No, I'm not Lake Tahoe. Not Lake Tahoe. Keep the lives coming. I'll be here. I would love to, Valerie. Love doing the live streams. Let's see. Also, if you guys have any questions, make sure to drop them. We'll jump into the news in a minute. I just want to see if there's anything else we want to talk about first. Get that Ripple private equity. I completely agree, guys. Ripple private equity. Man, when Ripple IPOs, who knows what they're going to IPO at, but it is trading for pennies on the dollar right now. Here's the thing about Ripple, right? They just keep making these massive moves behind the scenes, and no one else in crypto is focused on this stuff, right? Everyone else in crypto is just focused on all these different retail applications, and Ripple continues to step up the game by going after institutional grade companies to dominate the next level cryptocurrency infrastructure, right? They're not focused on all this trivial stuff. They're not focused on all this meme-oriented stuff, all this retail trading platforms. They're going for the big boys. They're going for institutional adoption, new rails for our financial system, and they're getting their products in the back end of the biggest institutions in the world. So Ripple is just blowing it out of the water. And it's crazy how much pushback Ripple gets within the XRP community, because when you make moves like this, like, you should be praised, not getting pushback. It's absolutely wild. Yep, Wavy Davo says make sure to hit the like button. Guys, to hit the like button, you have to go into the upper right-hand corner, hit the 3 dots. There'll be a little drop-down button, and then from there you can drop a like on the stream, and that's going to get more people in here. We got a lot of exciting stuff to talk about in this video, so thank you to everyone who's here right now and everyone who's liking the stream. It's super helpful. How does PolySign have anything to do with this? We'll jump into that in a minute. Just waiting to see if there's any other questions. If there's not, we'll jump right into the PolySign news, right into the Standard Chartered news, because that's really the big news of the day. Oh, of course, my backup phone's dead, so I'm going to be relying on you guys for any news updates. What up, what up, what up? Actually, I can pull it up on my computer real quick. That will be perfect. It's gold-plated. It's not solid gold. It's not solid gold. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so guys, we'll jump into it. So what we saw earlier today was that Ripple bought Standard Charter. I don't think a lot of people know just how big Standard Charter is, so that's what I really want to focus on. Standard Charter is a crypto custody platform that's a subsidiary of PolySign, but Standard Charter actually a couple months ago bought another crypto asset firm called MG Stober. And MG Stober has close to $50 billion in management in digital assets. So essentially Ripple is building out their custody solution, and on top of getting an institutional custody player, they also got $50 billion in digital assets under management now under Ripple. So what this is going to do is essentially give Ripple the biggest custody business maybe in the entire world. Instantaneously overnight, they just bought that. So now what they're going to be able to do is bring all their Ripple products to all these different custody players who are under MG Stober, all these different people who are using MG Stober for custody that are now using Standard Charter, that are now using Ripple, and essentially Standard Custody. Oh, yeah. XXX, thank you. Mixing up my words. Not Standard Charter, Standard Custody. So now they will take all the assets that are now in standard custody, move them over to Ripple, and Ripple will be able to link their products to that massive pot of value. Guys, what Ripple is doing is nothing short of genius. They are taking their money, right, that they have on their balance sheet and using it to acquire the infrastructure already in these institutions. So say, for example, right, HSBC, a massive bank, or say actually Standard Chartered, the actual bank, not what Ripple bought, Standard Chartered. These different banks already have digital asset solutions on their back end. What Ripple is doing is they're coming in and buying the infrastructure that these banks already have and forcing themselves into these institutions, so these institutions will have to adopt Ripple's products. It's absolutely genius. It is a huge win for XRP because ultimately we know where these assets are going to be tokenized. They're going to be tokenized on the XRP Ledger, the best, most efficient blockchain for moving value. Guys, this is absolutely genius. Yep, we got 300 people in here. That is absolutely amazing. Make sure to go up to the upper right hand corner, tap the 3 dots, and drop a like button on the stream. It's going to get more people in here. It's going to help blow this up. Guys, this is super exciting news. It seemed like Ripple had been quiet for a while. There wasn't any big announcements, and then boom, they drop a bombshell like this. Guys, Ripple's really expanding their business rapidly right now. They're going to be one of the biggest custody players in the entire world. And if you link custody with the fact that they have the ability to move the value all over the world, I mean, they are going to become a critical piece of infrastructure for any financial institution going into the world we're going into. They are building an all-in-one package where essentially you have to adopt their solution. Colin, I could not agree more. King Brad and his XRP army marching on with his Mickle troops. It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And it just shows that Ripple really is 10 steps ahead of everyone else, right? Everyone's focused on all this stuff that's so insignificant, it doesn't really matter. Meanwhile, Ripple's literally buying billions of dollars of client assets to custody and tokenize in the future. Guys, Ripple had been saying this entire time. Their main focus going forward is on custody, and this is exactly what we wanted to see. Let's see what else we got. Holding 19 XRP, interesting. So when is Ripple going to utilize? Well, they're already utilizing XRP to a large degree. Their ODL product moves billions of dollars on the XRP ledger every single year. But think about it this way. What Ripple is going to have now is $50 billion worth of client assets, maybe more. These assets are going to have to be tokenized, right? These assets are going to be put on distributed ledger technology. Ripple is going to utilize the XRP ledger for these digital assets. So as they custody more assets for different players and different institutions, they are also going to issue those assets on the XRP ledger, driving value for XRP. Alan, you're so right. Ripple is such an intelligent firm. The way they run the company is absolutely fantastic. Every other cryptocurrency company right now is laying people off. They're cutting employees. They're trying to save money. Meanwhile, Ripple's built like a responsible institution. They have billions of dollars on their balance sheet. And what are they doing in this bear market, or the end of the bear market, the beginning of the new bull market? They're going out and buying companies on the cheap. They're going out and buying the institutional players that are already in the big banks and the big money transmitters. And they're building their own infrastructure via the infrastructure these institutions are already using. So rather than having to go to these institutions and say, hey, we have a brand new product you need to learn how to use, we have a brand new product you have to adopt, Ripple saying, hey, you're already using this product. We're going to buy out that product, turn it into our own, and you don't even have to change anything. We're just going to integrate our future of cryptocurrency products into the custody solution you're already using, and boom, Ripple suddenly has a backdoor access to the biggest money in the world. What does this mean for PolySign? As far as I know, PolySign's perfectly fine. There's been a lot of rumors about PolySign being bankrupt, PolySign going under. I don't think those rumors were true. I think what's going to happen is Ripple's going to eat standard custody up. They're going to take that in-house. And then what's going to happen is Ripple's just going to have a very, very close link to using PolySign for whatever Ripple needs PolySign for in the future. That's almost going to be like a partnership. What up, Strong Mountain? Nice to see you. Yeah, guys, we started a little early today, so some of the usual crowd has just shown up. That's why I wanted to get into the news a little later, but I mean, this is so exciting. It's hard not to talk about. Buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later is not something I'm super excited about. It's more of a retail focused application. For me, there's going to be a lot of different crypto retail focused applications. Yep, Strong Mountain. That is exactly what happened. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of retail focused applications. I'm focused on the big money. You know, I'm focused on the $50 billion in assets that Ripple just acquired. Yep, there is a lot of snow out there right now. There is a lot of snow. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about the Bitcoin to XRP chart. Look, guys, you can't focus too much on the price in the short term. What we're seeing is long-term value being built. Like, who knows what controls the prices of these projects, but one thing that's becoming more and more obvious by the day is that XRP is a top tier project with one of the best ecosystems being built around it. Look, you can get involved in whatever retail facing project you want, right? You can get involved in whatever DeFi application you want that has a bunch of retail aping into it. There is only one player I see on a daily basis making this level of strides with mainstream institutions, and that's where the money's really going to come from, in my opinion. Cryptocurrency technology is really here to disrupt the big players. Thank you so much, Marta Smelly Finger. What a crazy name. What a just a crazy donation. Man, love to have you here. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. It helps the channel out a ton, so thank you, Martis. Yeah, no, exactly. Street smart money. It's not about the FUD. It's not about the riddles. It's not about moon predictions. What we are watching, right, is a company, Ripple, who is making massive strides in institutional cryptocurrency technology, the technology that is going to be the rails for our future financial system. We have not seen the banking system updated since the banking system was created, right? The banking system is so legacy, it's so outdated, and what we're watching is the internet has slowly disrupted every single industry out there. The next industry that is prime for disruption is the banking industry, and then you just need to ask yourself, what other player in the cryptocurrency market, what other player in crypto is doing more to disrupt traditional banking activities than Ripple? I don't see a single one. You have to have a good foundation to have a big empire. What Ripple is building is the foundation. You are so right, Yankee. It's extremely underestimated. Mainstream people in this industry aren't even talking about it. You'll see a new NFT collection launched, and you will see all the cryptocurrency news outlets going crazy. You see Ripple buy $50 billion of assets to be tokenized on the XRP Ledger, and they don't even open their mouth. But guys, that's why you should be excited. You should understand that the knowledge you have, what you are learning right now, is something that no one else has figured out yet. Eventually, they're going to figure it out, and they're going to understand what they've missed out on, and that's where the real price appreciation hits. When everyone realized that this company that faced so much FUD, this company that was so underappreciated, so underwatched, was actually building the only real cryptocurrency business out there, the only business that was actually going to drive financial flows and disrupt the financial system. All these other projects are just building retail playgrounds. They're just toys. They're cool things, and they're going to drive value, but they're not going to drive value like moving billions of dollars daily and tokenizing our current financial system. That's what Ripple's in the process of doing. Also, guys, we have 371 people in here. Would love to break a record today. Go up to the upper right-hand corner. You'll see a drop-down menu, and you can drop a like on the stream. It's really going to help me out. Let's see what else we got. XRP, one of the... yeah, okay, man. Thank you. You guys are the best. Love doing these live streams every single day. You guys are absolutely amazing. They're so much fun. And yeah, look, the main reason I do this is just because when I look at the cryptocurrency industry, I just see a bunch of people who dominate the narrative, dominate the headlines, dominate the attention, who just don't understand it. If if you're a mainstream crypto influencer and you don't hold XRP, then I just don't think you really understand what cryptocurrencies were really meant to do. These were not meant to be something for us to just play around in, right? They were not just meant to be retail playgrounds. Like, this technology is going to disrupt the financial system. And if you're not investing in projects that are doing that currently, then I just think you're missing the boat. Street smart money. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Flare network F asset integration. XRP will be game changing. That's the thing, David H. Like, we have so much around the corner also. We have so much around the corner. Like, we have all this XRP, right? A lot of us who have been in this ecosystem for a while now, we have built up huge positions of XRP, and very soon we're going to be able to utilize that XRP. We're going to be able to utilize that in AMMs. We're going to be able to utilize that via the Hooks network. We're going to be able to utilize that via the Flare network. There's going to be so many different ways we can use our XRP, and I just think all the development is going to completely change the narrative around what the XRP ledger really is. Put the like. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, guys, liking the stream only takes a couple seconds. It's really going to help out. I love when people come to the channel about XRP, try to spread their negative. Yeah, no, people are so negative on it, but they just don't understand it, right? They just don't understand it. Wait until we get the price appreciation that we all know is coming. Suddenly you'll see all the people who are haters, all the people who didn't get it, all the people who claim that XRP was a scam, right? Their narrative is going to completely flip. Suddenly they're going to be the biggest XRP bulls out there. They're going to be like, oh, I'm buying XRP for $5, $10. It's going to be a complete joke. But guys, the fact that no one understands it right now is really why I'm so bullish. The fact that most of the people can't wrap their head around how big this is going to be, it's absolutely shocking. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Can you say my name out loud? No shout outs right now. No shout outs right now. We're just talking XRP Ledger developments. We're talking Ripple developments. I mean, guys, it's absolutely insane that most people in crypto don't even see what's being built here. It's absolutely wild. Brad Garlinghouse sent out a tweet about it. And guys, the good thing about this acquisition is it looks like it actually already closed. What up, Halls Balls? No. I started a little early today, Halls Balls, so nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Can you make YouTube video about it, please? Yeah, I will make a YouTube video about it later for sure. And we'll really jump into it. I was just so excited about this. I had to start off the live stream. Because, guys, look, I keep saying this, but there's just so many different cryptocurrency projects that I just think are focused on the wrong thing. What Ripple continues to show time after time is they are focused on the right thing. They are focused on building institutional grade products for the big money. It's not for me and you to play around in, right? It's not for me and you to generate yield off an NFT punk, right? That's not what Ripple is focused on. Ripple is focused on building products for the big money. And time after time, they just continue to prove this. And I think it's way too slept on. Daniel Ranger, what up, what up? Crypto Clay, Halls Balls, nice to see you guys here. Yet we started off a little early today just because this news was so exciting. I had to jump into it, man. For those of you who don't know, Ripple bought Standard Custody. Standard Custody is a subsidiary of PolySign. Standard Custody has close to $50 billion worth of digital assets under management. Those assets are now under Ripple and therefore likely going to be tokenized on the XRP Ledger. What Ripple is doing is building up their custody solution in the back end. They are going to the big banks and institutions, buying out what technology they are using. They're rebranding it under Ripple and then building Ripple's future products on top of it. It is a genius move. It is a genius move. Everyone else in crypto is completely focused on the wrong thing. This right here is real institutional adoption. Will we be able to use XRP on these networks if we have them in cold storage? Yep, there are going to be ways to use XRP on these different networks if it is in cold storage, but what I highly suggest you do is I highly suggest you have a wallet that's more used for daily playing around with XRP, moving it around, lending it out, and then you have your cold storage wallet that you don't touch. It's not really good to be connecting your cold storage wallet to a bunch of different DeFi applications. Cold storage, you really just want to have set and forget, and then you should have other wallets where you use to connect to different applications. That way, if there's ever a vulnerability in one of the applications you're connecting to, you don't lose your entire cold storage bag, you just lose whatever XRP you're messing around with. Highly unlikely either way. It's just better, in my opinion, to have different access points. Thank you, William Whitmore. William Whitmore, nice to see you, man. Always love having you in the chat. You're absolutely awesome. Earliest hooks can get on the main chain. They could get on the main chain theoretically whenever, right? Like, I guess technically the earliest would be in 3 weeks from now because voting would have to go through, but we're probably not going to see hooks for a little bit. We want to see hooks prove themselves on the Zhaohao network. We want to make sure they're not going to slow anything down or break anything. Overall, though, I think we do get hooks eventually. What up? What up, Face Fastball? Uphold Vault. I don't know too much about the Uphold Vault. I'll have to do more research on that specifically. We saw this coming. We did, Crypto Clay. I mean, ever since PolySign started having those troubles, I remember saying, I think on this live stream, it would be so sick if Ripple bought PolySign. Ripple ended up buying a subsidiary of PolySign, Standard Custody. Standard Custody. But, I mean, I think we all know where this goes. Oh, Harley of Earl. Good. I'm so glad. Hope you're feeling better, man. Hope you're feeling better. What happened? You just joined. I'll do a recap in just a minute. I know a lot of people normally join at 12 o'clock, so we'll do a whole recap of the news, jump back into it. It was just so exciting. I had to start it up a little early today and start talking about it because, look, there's certain announcements, right, by Ripple that are cool. They're interesting, but they're not like what we saw today. What we saw today is a game changer. A game changer. This is huge news. Yeah, absolutely huge news. Nope, don't worry, guys. Anyone who's just joining, we're gonna jump back into it. We're gonna run it back all over. We just did a little quick discussion earlier talking about what happened. We'll get back into it, but before we jump back into the big news, if anyone has Ace Ventura hair, that's so funny. Yeah, I just woke up if you couldn't tell. Guys, also, if you have any new comments, right, or new questions, drop them in right before we get into the big news. I want to make sure I get everyone's questions answered before we jump back into what I was meant to talk about. You guys are so funny. What up? Let me check the news real quick, see if anything interesting is going on. Obviously, we have the Ripple news. Oh, we got the snowplow here now. Nice. It looks like we will be able to get out. It is dumping snow right now. Dumping snow. Thank you. You guys are so funny. I have over 2K Ripple, small compared to most, but I'm waiting. Yep. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, let me sit it a little differently. Oh. I have to say, as funny as it is doing the live streams in the car is more comfortable than the current setup. But, you know, we'll live. Do I have any quant? I do have quant. If you want to know any specific holdings, what I hold, you can always join the private Twitter account that every single time I buy a crypto, every single time I sell a crypto, every change to my portfolio, every single one of those things is documented in the private group. ETH is going wild, is it? Let me check that right now. The market sold off big this morning because of the CPI numbers, but the CPI numbers weren't even bad. The CPI went from what, like 4% to, I mean, it went from like 3.1% to, no, it went from 3.3% to 3.1%. So inflation was going down and everyone freaked out. So I tweeted out instantly. I was like, this is just an algorithmic sell, right? This is not long-term selling pressure. Also, guys, we have 410 people in here, which we might break a record today. So make sure to take a quick second, go to the upper right-hand corner of the stream, hit the 3 buttons. There'll be a drop-down there. You can like the stream. That'd be really, really helpful. What does this mean for PolySign pre-IPO shareholders? So as far as I know, PolySign is still an independent company, so I don't think anything really changes for PolySign. What this really means is just Ripple is now integrated into the PolySign ecosystem. And in my eyes, this is perfect, right? it brings the two businesses so close together. Now they'll have more synergies. Alan Goat, thank you so much, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate the donation. Alan said, what are your thoughts on the Xamin wallet, formerly Zum? Thank you for everything you do for the community. No, thank you for coming, Alan. Love doing these videos. Love helping educate people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love the Zum wallet, the Xamin wallet now. I think it's absolutely incredible. I think it has so many great features. I think if you couple the Xamin wallet with a Tangdom metal card, it actually is one of the most powerful custody solutions for a hot wallet, because essentially you have a hard device, right, that needs to make contact with your phone to send any kind of payment. So that means even if someone was able to hack your phone, they still couldn't steal your crypto, because you'd still need a physical device to actually make the crypto send. So I think the Xamin wallet is one of the, best XRP wallets out there, outside of something that is just fully air gapped. For me personally, I have my long-term bag, right, mostly in cold storage, and then I have some in the Xamin wallet that I use more for day-to-day operations. So overall, I think it's an excellent wallet. I don't think you can go wrong with the Xamin wallet, and I think the team over there that's building it is probably one of the best teams in crypto. I wouldn't be surprised if it got purchased by someone like Google either, actually. I think that's a great comment. I think the Xamin wallet is probably one of the best wallets on the market. Yep, Google does love to purchase companies on the rise. I would not be surprised if Google did some kind of Zum application or Zum buyout. That would be really cool. XRP, if everyone watched Mickle, XRP would be over $100 right now. Yeah, guys, look, that's the good and the bad of it, right? The good news is we're early. We have the ability to buy XRP on the cheap. We realized this before everyone else. Everyone else doesn't understand what's really being built in crypto. They're too focused on JPEGs. They're too focused on networks that take 15 minutes to confirm a transaction and $15 in fees to move money. We're the adults in the room, right? We get it. We understand that this technology is going to be used to completely rewire our financial system. We understand that Ripple has the team members to make that happen. We understand that Ripple has the tech and the engineers to really create disruptions that are going to be long lasting and add value to traditional businesses. They're not going to traditional businesses and saying, hey, you should use our cryptocurrency related product because it's going to make us money. They're going to businesses and saying, we have a faster, more efficient way to move money. You should adopt our technology. The shows your girlfriend comments getting wild. She's here today, so maybe she'll make an appearance. Yeah, no, and here's the thing, and I talk about this all the time on the channel. Like, look, being early is annoying because you have to be patient, right? Being early means that you have to wait for everyone else to realize what you've known the entire time. But it also means that you get to get low prices because most of the mainstream people haven't realized what's going on yet, right? So I know being early, right, can be annoying because you have to be patient. You have to wait for other people to figure it out. You have to wait for the market to really appreciate what's being built behind the scenes. But if you weren't early, right, you wouldn't be getting a deal. You wouldn't be getting any money on your investment because the main market would have already figured it out. So that's the thing about being early that I think a lot of people don't appreciate. If you're not early, you're just not going to make as much money. So you have to wait longer if you're early. You have to deal with the FUD. You have to deal with the possibility that you might be wrong. But the thing is every single day, right, XRP is just one of those investments that I just get more and more confident on. And it's things like what we saw today that just make me know, right, like, they're miles ahead of everyone else in this industry. Being early is being smart. Just hang on. Exactly. You know, some people really have a hard time being early because they have a lot of doubt in their investment. They have a lot of questions. They say, oh, is this really going to play out how I think it is? Is this really going to work out like this? And I understand that, right? Because I've been there too. But once you have a couple big successful investments, and once you see the process of saying, okay, I understand what's happening here, but no one else does. That's why price isn't moving. And then suddenly out of nowhere, everyone else realizes what you knew this entire time and the price moons. Once you see that kind of play out once or twice, you start to understand how emotions work in investing, how the cycles work. And you just don't worry. Once you find a game-changing technology, a game-changing company that is changing the world, then it's really easy to just sit back and say, you know what, I'm going to get as much of this asset as possible before the mainstream figures it out. Let's see what else we got in here. I think standard custody deal is just gutted. PolySign, Medico completes the rest of Poly. No, I don't think PolySign is really going to be hurt by this. We'll have to see how it plays out, but look, Ripple buying Ripple buying standard custody is just a small subsidiary of PolySign. So I think they're going to be working together now more than ever, and I think overall it's a good thing. William Whitmore, thank you, thank you, thank you. Love the updates. Keep them coming. Super, super, super helpful. The announcement is that Ripple just bought standard custody. It's one of the premier digital asset custody solutions on the market right now. They have over $50 billion under management already, which means that essentially Ripple is going to have a very, very, very big repertoire of assets to tokenize on the XRP Ledger. They're also taking control of the custody back-end solutions in the United States. They have new money transmitter licenses now. They have new New York licenses, state licenses now. So what Ripple is doing is they're eating up crypto infrastructure. Ripple is going in and buying the picks and shovels. They are buying the most important players that institutions need to utilize. Because if Ripple owns all the different plugin solutions that the institutions need, the institutions are going to have no choice but to integrate their current solutions with the XRP Ledger and everything Ripple's building. So what you are seeing is Ripple is buying the picks and shovels so that when institutions are inevitably forced into the cryptocurrency market, they only have one place to go. They only have one place that they can start building their cryptocurrency solutions out in, and that is within the Ripple and XRP ecosystem. Guys, that's why this is so bullish, right? If Ripple owns all the picks and shovels, and if these institutions, like we all understand, need to get cryptocurrency related strategies, they are going to be absolutely forced into Ripple's direction. One of the most important Brad Garlinghouse quotes that we really need to understand well at this point, and it's something that I've talked about on this channel, but maybe not something I put enough emphasis on, is Brad Garlinghouse said that when Coinbase went public, the institutions were absolutely shook. Why were the institutions absolutely shook? Coinbase went public with a valuation bigger than most of the biggest banks in America. Guys, imagine how shocking that would be if you're a big bank. Imagine being a big bank in the United States, having trillions of dollars under management. Imagine being around for hundreds of years and seeing Coinbase come out of nowhere and being bigger than your entire business. That was absolutely shocking for a lot of the traditional financial institutions. And a lot of the traditional financial institutions sat there that day and said, we need a cryptocurrency strategy now or we're going to be left in the dust. So what are we seeing right now? We're watching traditional financial firms being forced into Ripple's products because Ripple is the company that is going to help these financial institutions come into the next age of the financial system. So guys, the more these cryptocurrency companies, right, like Ripple, Coinbase, Circle, start getting bigger and bigger and stronger, the more it's going to scare these traditional financial institutions into adopting these technologies. Like I said earlier in this live stream, the financial system is one of the few industries that is yet to be disrupted. The internet has disrupted almost every single industry. It's disrupted commerce, it's disrupted information, it's disrupted transportation. The financial system is one of the slowest moving systems out there, but it is going to be disrupted by the internet, and that disruption is going to happen via cryptocurrencies. If you want to invest in this disruption, all you have to do is find the player who is working with the big money, working with the current financial system, working with the players who have control. And for me, it is so obvious that that player is going to be Ripple, and the coin that really benefits from this disruption is going to be XRP. Guys, also, we have 404 people in here. It is absolutely incredible. You guys are amazing. Love having you guys all here. Make sure to take a quick second to go to the upper right-hand part of the stream. Drop a like on it. There's going to be a little drop down after you hit the three dots, and you'll be able to hit the like button. Yep, the Wolverine hair is out. That's what happens when you wake up on a lazy snow day and start live streaming. Like button activated. Thank you, Ronnie D. Really does mean a lot. Love doing these live streams for you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. You bring the best questions. You bring the best discussion. And I'm just so happy I have such an intelligent group of people following me because it makes these discussions a lot more fun. Strong Mountain Man, thank you so much, man. Love seeing you here every single day. You're an OG. So, thank you. Really does mean the world. What up, chilling? Nice to see you. Martis. Nice, nice, nice. Good. Go good. Use your talent to push real projects. Exactly. And look, what we're seeing right now is an explosion in projects building on the XRP Ledger. So we're going to see a lot more projects building on the XRP Ledger in the current years, but we're early, guys. We're at the start, and things have never looked so exciting. Your hair looks like a wild night. You guys are so funny. Build a snowman then. I think a snowman is in the future. I think a snowman is in the future. I think I'm going to be forced to go outside in the snow. So I'll be outside eventually today, whether I like it or not. Girlfriend wants to go play in the snow, so it looks like that's what we're going to be doing. Let's see what else we got. Halls balls. Oh, awesome, Halls balls. That's awesome. Apparently, if you turn your phone sideways, there's an easier way to like the stream. So, Halls, thank you, thank you, thank you, man. You're the best. Let's see what else we got. More projects equals less XRP. Yep, Crypto Clay, you are absolutely on it. Crypto Clay is right. The more projects building on the XRP ledger, the more places you're going to be able to use your XRP, the more XRP that's going to be burned in transactions. Guys, XRP is a deflationary asset. Many people forget this. There are so many different cryptocurrency networks out there that are inflationary. The supply keeps going up. XRP is one of the few deflationary cryptocurrencies, and that's something that almost no one understands. Ivan, there is no way XRP will ever go to zero unless the network gets completely destroyed or hacked or something like that. XRP will always have value. Let's see what else we got. I don't see an ETF for XRP. Nope, there's no ETF for XRP yet, but hopefully we get one in the future. I think most of us understand that XRP is one of the few digital assets with institutional clarity. XRP is one of the few digital assets being used on a daily basis by regulated institutions. And guys, think about it this way. If I'm a Wall Street firm, right? Ripple's about to IPO. And in the middle of me working with Ripple to get their IPO ready, I learn about their digital asset XRP that they use for their products. And I say, wait, why don't I create an ETF for XRP so that when Ripple goes IPO, I also have an ETF for their premier digital asset XRP. So I think these two things are going to come together. I don't think there is any way Ripple doesn't IPO within the next 2 years, and I don't think there's any way that an XRP ETF isn't alongside a Ripple IPO. From a marketing standpoint for the institutions, it just makes sense. No, guys, the SEC just doesn't matter anymore. What we're seeing is Ripple's building out their business in the United States regardless of what the SEC has to say. The SEC already lost the case, right? Rayford watching from Manchester, man. Thanks. Love to have you here, man. Love to have all of you guys here. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming, guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. So guys, what we're seeing is the SEC just doesn't matter. The SEC lost the case. XRP is not a security. Ripple can run their business in the United States using XRP, and the SEC can't do anything about it. And what is Ripple doing right now? Ripple is going around buying the critical custody solutions for institutions in the United States and building it into their business. What we're seeing is Ripple is sticking the middle finger up to the SEC and saying everything you tried to do to stop us has absolutely failed, and our business is getting bigger and stronger faster than ever. I'm not worried about the SEC case anymore, guys. XRP is not a security. That's the only thing that mattered. Laura, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love being here for you guys. Love doing these live streams, getting to interact with you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I hope to see a lot of you guys in XRP Vegas. I hope to see a lot of you guys in XRP Vegas. That would be really, really cool. I really want to meet you guys. So that would be a ton of fun. Man, I'm just here that we were able to build this community through the bear market, right? Like, you guys, I think one of the things that a lot of you guys say on the stream a lot is you really enjoy my optimism. You really enjoy the fact that I don't get pessimistic on this market. One of the things I love with you guys is you guys are all just as optimistic. And I think the fact that we're this optimistic in a time period that was extremely challenging for cryptocurrencies really lets us know how strong this community really is. So, guys, make sure you guys give yourself a round of applause. You guys made it through a very, very hard time in the cryptocurrency market. You guys were absolutely amazing through the entire thing. So thank you to you guys for being such a great group of people. Thank you, Seabears. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where do you think we'll get the ball rolling first? Japan, Korea, UK? I think Japan and the UK will probably be the first two big ones. And then what I think we'll see is the United States will come online and we'll see everything else fall into place. I think it's going to go fast, though. I think right now we're kind of ending the period of things going slow. For a long time, it was really all the bankruptcies, all the scams, all the frauds that were really slowing this industry down. I think we're right around the corner from things really accelerating in terms of adoption. And look, Ripple, that's why Ripple is buying all these companies right now, right? Ripple has a lead on everything happening. Ripple knows what's being built behind the scenes. They understand that the United States is getting ready to be activated. That's why they're buying out custody solutions in the United States. Nobody knows how big the RWAs are. What do you mean by RWA, Crypto Clay? I would love to jump into that. PG ones. Let me take a look at the news real quick, see if there's anything else we need to cover that's pressing. We saw a sell-off this morning. That sell-off was mostly due to inflation numbers. The inflation numbers really weren't that bad. In my eyes, the inflation numbers were actually pretty good. So I wouldn't worry too much about that sell-off. I think we'll rebound pretty quickly from there. XRP barely even moved too. XRP was like 53 cents. It went down to 52 cents. It really wasn't much of a shakeout. Bitcoin dropped a little bit too. I think it rebounds though. I don't think this is any real big deal on inflation. Laura, XRP Vegas, you got to go to Digital Perspectives. He's in charge of the XRP Vegas thing. Make sure to check him out. He'll give you all the information on XRP Vegas. Oh, real world assets. Got you, Clay. Yep, you're 100% right. Real world assets are going to be a game changer for cryptocurrencies because it's going to be putting the assets on the blockchain. It's going to, right now, right, we have the blockchain technology here, right? And it's a way faster, way more efficient financial system. The problem is all the assets on all the money is on this other financial system down here that's really slow and inefficient. So the real transition that's going to take place is when we take the assets from the old financial system, put them on the new financial system, and then everyone can use the new financial system to more quickly and efficiently move assets all over the world and build new products on it. The process of moving over the assets is going to be slow. It's going to take a lot of regulatory hurdles, but what we're seeing via what Ripple is doing is the process is starting. So that's super, super exciting. What's my take on Mr. Hubert? I think he's just impatient, right? I think a lot of people aren't as patient as us. I think a lot of people are very emotional when they invest. I think a lot of people have a hard time watching the full thing play out and feel the need to constantly, I don't know, complain about how things aren't going the way they thought they were going to go. For me personally, I think a lot of his constant tweeting about how the price hasn't gone up the way he wanted it to is a little childish and a little silly. But you know what? He's a great guy, so I have nothing else to really say about it. What up, Murdoch? Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Big day, Murdoch. We just saw Ripple buy one of the premier solutions in the market for custody. This is going to be really big because essentially Standard Custody had $50 billion of assets under management. This is going to cause an explosion for Ripple's custody business and really put them in a new tier of cryptocurrency companies, right? Ripple was already so far ahead of everyone else, and now they just took it a tier higher. And guys, here's the other crazy thing. I was listening to a former Ripple member talk the other day, and he said that Ripple has so much money right now, they don't even know what to do with it. So, guys, if Ripple has that much money, this might not even be the last big acquisition. We might see more. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what's going on in the market real quick. See if anything interesting is happening. And most people, right, mainstream crypto has no idea. They're just sleeping. They're just sleeping on all of this. They're too focused on the next NFT drop. Where's Ripple's ETF? I think we'll get an ETF eventually, just not today. I wouldn't worry too much about the ETF. We will get it. Thank you, William. Love the daily updates. You are absolutely killing it with that. Halls balls. What does this mean for XRP? That's a great question. Initially, what it doesn't initially, what it means for XRP isn't as obvious, because what Ripple is doing is buying a custody solution. In the long run, all these assets I think will be tokenized on the XRP ledger, so that's a big win for XRP. Ripple wants to get into custody, right? Ripple wants to start tokenizing assets. Ripple is going to be tokenizing assets where? On the XRP ledger. So Ripple is getting into custody so they can custody assets. Once they custody the assets, they're going to need to issue those assets somewhere. In my eyes, it is so obvious they will be custodying those assets on the XRP ledger, and that's how XRP wins big via this acquisition. Also, guys, I forgot to mention, one of the people on Standard Custody's board is a guy named Tim Keeney. Tim Keeney is former BlackRock, I think. Let me check that real quick. Tim Keeney. Standard Custody had a crazy board, so oh, here it is. Just want to double check on this board member real quick. Oh yeah, here he is. Let's see. No, 18 years at BNY Mellon. Guys, man, he's now a Ripple member, guys. 18 years at BNY Mellon, and he was the vice chairman. A vice chairman of BNY Mellon was one of the board members of Standard Custody, the company Ripple just bought. I mean, what are we doing here? It's absolutely insane what Ripple is doing in the background. Absolutely insane. Former vice president of BNY Mellon is now on the board of Ripple. Like, does it get more bullish than that? Let me see this other guy, John Quirk, because I remember him being pretty important too. John Quirk. And guys, these are the kinds of things that just don't happen at other cryptocurrency companies, right? What other cryptocurrency company has a former treasurer of the United States? What other cryptocurrency company is covered with members of BlackRock? It's not even close, right? And that's why I think most of the people in this industry just don't really get it. They will eventually. In my eyes, they're going to be late. But man, it just doesn't get much better than this, guys. Let me see if I can find this other guy real quick. It's more of a common name, though. His name is John. Is it Quirk? John Quirk. Let's see if I can find him. Guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream. What a crazy day. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Super, super exciting times. Drop a like on the stream. Just go to the upper right-hand corner. There should be a little drop down. It will allow you to drop a like on the stream. Let's see what else we got in the market. Wow, what a freaking day. What a freaking day. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you all for being here. How important is Flare to Ripple and XRP's vision? In my eyes, Flare's really not that important to Ripple and XRP's vision, but I think it's going to be absolutely phenomenal for the XRP ledger. It's more of like the cherry on top, right? It's more of like, hey, we already have this amazing blockchain. Now let's add new features to it. So I don't think it's necessarily critical for it, but I think it's like the cherry on top. It's like this perfect addition we just got. Let me see something real quick. We're going to be running into phone battery issues here very soon. So I'll keep this going as long as I possibly can. Let's see what we're dealing with right now. Yep, of course. We got phone battery issue. Any thoughts on Ripple stock priced over the next few months? That's a fun question. So, Ed, keep up the great questions, Ed. You're always killing it in here. Glad to have you as a member, Ed. Ed recently joined the private group too. Love having you there. Any thoughts on Ripple stock over the next few months? So right now, Ripple is trading in the private market, let's say anywhere between a $5 and $10 billion valuation. Let's say, right, a $5 to $10 billion valuation on Ripple is about a $30 stock price. If Ripple goes public in the next 2 years, I see Ripple going public for a valuation between 25 and $60 billion. So that will put Ripple's stock price when they go public around $100 to $150. I think Ripple could IPO for about $100, a valuation of maybe $35 to $50 billion. What are you, like, Patrick? Who are you? Why are you Patrick David podcast, man? He's got like one of the biggest podcasts on earth. You really need to spam for him. I got like, dude has like 3.4 million subs. I have 30K, and you're on my stream and just trying to promote him. So funny. Yeah, Ripple IP. And guys, here's the other thing about a Ripple IPO that no one's talking about. Brad Garlinghouse came out and said, literally word for word, that the Coinbase IPO is absolutely monumental for Coinbase's business. To me, that makes it so obvious that Ripple is going to want an IPO because they understand how monumental it could be for their business as well. So super, super good news. I think we're a lot closer to an IPO than many people expect. Do you ever wonder if Ripple will become the next BlackRock? I think they're going to be the crypto version of BlackRock. I think that is all but confirmed. I don't know anyone who else is really close. Maybe the next closest person is like Circle, but like in my eyes, Ripple's a way more important company than Circle. So yeah, no, I'm pretty confident Ripple's the best positioned cryptocurrency company out there. Look, if you're convinced that blockchain technology is going to be the future, if you're convinced that cryptocurrencies are going to be the most important innovation to our financial system, I always say this, right? What cryptocurrency are you going to pick? In my eyes, there's no one close to what XRP and Ripple are doing. So it's just an easy pick for me, right? It's just so obvious to me where the value is going to flow, who's the adults in the room, who's building real products. New here, but the XR Porter, we're happy to have you, man. We're happy to have you. Uh, awesome getting new subs. Love teaching new people about Ripple and XRP. Man, we're just happy to grow the ecosystem. We're glad to bring in new people, so glad to have you here. DFin, I kind of question the same thing. Why not just buy R3? Maybe they don't have to, or right? Or maybe we could see an R3 acquisition right around the corner. Imagine if Ripple bought R3. That would be that would be shocking. What I do know is R3 is laying off a lot of people. So maybe if R3's valuation gets low enough, they could buy R3. DFin, I don't know how long you've been on my channel for, but maybe about a year and a half ago to 2 years ago, I actually made a video talking about how I wanted Ripple to buy R3. Um, that would be very interesting. That would be very interesting if Ripple bought R3. Who knows? Maybe R3 is not for sale. Maybe there's something else blocking it. But what we know is SBI is at the top of R3 and Ripple. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was something we did see at some point. I used to watch Extra VOD. I don't watch too much other XRP content anymore. No disrespect to any of the other creators out there. I love everyone in the XRP community. It's just that, like, when you're producing your own XRP content, right? Like, it's like I only have so much time in my day. If I spent as much time as I do making XRP content, watching XRP content, then my entire day would just be watching and creating XRP content. So I just don't have enough time to watch too many other people right now. But I used to watch all the same guys you guys watch. William Whitmore, thank you so much for the update, man. You're a boss. Love having those updates in the chat. Also, guys, we only have probably stay on here for like 5 more minutes. So if anyone has any questions, make sure to drop them. This was a super fun live stream. Lots of fun news to break down. What is R3? R3 is a blockchain company doing something similar to Ripple, only with centralized solutions. Ripple focuses on decentralized solutions. R3 focuses on centralized solutions. Funny enough, they're both owned by SBI. So SBI kind of has 10% ownership in Ripple, 10% ownership in R3, and that's led a lot of people to speculate that in the long run, they were going to combine the two companies. Funny enough, the CEO of SBI actually specifically said that he wanted to combine the two companies. Have you ever heard of PRNT crypto? I have not, but because you donated, I will look it up for you. Typically, I don't look up cryptocurrencies that people throw in the chat, but because you donated, I will do it for you. What do we see? And I'll show you guys what I see. PRNT. I see a lot of decimals. I see that it's spiked up recently. There's no information on this thing on CoinMarketCap. Sorry, I just don't see a lot on this thing. The chart looks okay. I'll give you that. The chart looks good, but there's no real information I can pull. So sorry about that. If I find more information, I'll make sure to let you know. But right now, I'm not seeing. So Ripple has custody solutions in Europe, US, Middle East, perfect setup. Yep, and they have licenses all over the world now. They're acquiring licenses at a rapid clip, Also, guys, make sure to go to the upper right-hand corner, drop a like on the stream. It's really going to help me out. It's going to help more people say it. Damn it. Oh, you're late, STM Surge? That's all right, man. That's all right. You're always on time. You're always here. Don't worry about it, man. What's his live stream about? Just asking. The live stream was about Ripple's acquisition of Standard Custody. Standard Custody has billions of dollars under management, close to 50 billion. So essentially, Ripple now has $50 billion of assets under management that will likely be tokenized on the XRP Ledger. They're also essentially buying the back-end custody solutions already incorporated in major financial institutions. So financial institutions are already being forced to upgrade their legacy technology to blockchain infrastructure. Ripple is going behind the scenes, buying out the custody that these institutions already have and integrating their products on top of it, essentially making it so Ripple is becoming a critical part of every financial institution's blockchain infrastructure. And 2% battery, 2% STM Surge. Thank you, man. You're the best. Hold on, guys. I'll be back in 1 second. Took profits yesterday when I eat, you eat. Thank you, STM Surge. You are the best. I'll be right back in a second. Let's see if I can plug this in. All right. We're back. I'll do the last couple minutes of this stream. See if we have anything else interesting. STM, man. Thank you. That was very generous. Okay, this is going to be a tough name to pronounce, but thank you so much. Let's see. A Dixie Moon Nita Gray. A Dixie Moon Nita Gray. I hope I'm close on that because that was a very generous donation. Thank you so much. You're going to go by Moon. Thank you. Let me answer your question too, now that I say that. If you owned Ripple shares, would you sell right away when the IPO or hold for the long term? Me personally, I do own Ripple shares and I'm going to be holding mine for as long as possible. Here's the thing. All the people who generate real wealth in the world, right? It's the people who owned Apple stock when it was $1, right? It was the people who owned Amazon stock when it was $1. It wasn't the people who sold on Amazon's IPO, right? It wasn't the people who sold on Apple's IPO. So look, for me, I'm looking to hold my Ripple shares until 10 years, 15 years from now. And I look back at my portfolio and I think, wow, I can't believe these are that much higher than they were before. For me, investing isn't about selling an IPO and flipping for profit. It's about looking back at your portfolio 10 to 15 years from now and saying, wow, I'm so glad I bought Apple at $1. Wow, I'm so glad I bought Google at $1. Wow, I'm so glad I bought Amazon at $1. So yeah, no, I'm not looking to flip at the IPO. For me, right, it's a long-term investment. If it was a company, right, that I didn't care about that much, who I just happened to have in my portfolio, and I was looking to raise some money to invest in a new opportunity, then maybe I would be selling the IPO. But for me, Ripple is just one of those companies that if I sold the IPO, it would just be one of those companies I'd look back 20 years from now and saying, wow, I can't believe I sold that stock. True. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Don't worry about it, True. We got these going every single day. It's nice to see you stopping in, though, True. Nice to see you stopping in. I just found out about, let's see, where can people buy Ripple shares pre-IPO? You can buy them on Link2, and you don't even need to be accredited sometimes. So make sure you check that out. That's where I got mine. Facebook IPO'd at $17. Exactly, right? Guys, look. Okay, so I wanted to, for anyone Actually, let me go back to Moon. You asked the question. Okay, Moon, let me give you an example, Moon. Okay. So, tell this to your boyfriend. Look at any important technology right now, right, Moon? Take a look at any important technology right now. Google, Amazon, Facebook, Apple, CrowdStrike, any technology. I want you to go to the chart of that technology and go all the way back to the beginning of the IPO. It's going to be hard for you to find a single company that is below its IPO price. Like literally hard. Like hard. In the short term, if Ripple IPOs, is it likely going to sell off quickly? Yes, that's what happens in every IPO. Maybe the stock goes from $60 to $35 or $60 to $40, right? But if you look back 10 years on any big technology company, it's always higher than the IPO. So if your goal is to try to trade up and down and get every single up and down on the stock, look, more power to you. But most people are unsuccessful in doing that, and most people just price themselves out. Most people end up just selling the stock and not getting back in. And the other thing you need to understand is if you keep buying and selling, you're creating taxable events. So unless you're going to be buying and selling in a way where you're actually beating taxes, you're not actually going to be winning as much as you think you're going to be winning. So Moon, what I would do is I would go to a chart of Amazon, I would go to a chart of Apple, I would go to a chart of Google and say, hey, why would I sell my Ripple shares if all these other companies, right? The right decision was not to sell the shares. There are very few times at an IPO where you would benefit from just dumping the stock, right? So just keep that in mind. Ripple, if your strategy, right, is when Ripple IPOs say, I'm going to sell 50% and let the rest ride, I think that's a good strategy, right? If your strategy is like, okay, I'm going to sell a quarter of my shares, take the win, take the profits, go buy something nice, invest the money into something else, that's a good strategy. But if the strategy is, I'm going to sell everything I have, look, it's hard for me to get behind that because history says that great technologies, great companies perform really well over time. And typically 10 to 15 years after their IPO, they're much higher. And look, obviously, I can't give you personal financial advice. I just don't want you to be one of the people who ends up saying, oh, I wish I never sold my shares, right? That's probably one of the worst feelings in the world, thinking 10 to 15 years later, wow, I would have had $10 million if I didn't sell my shares. No problem, no problem, no problem. Thank you for the question. Love having you here, Moon. That's a really good question, and I think you probably helped a lot of people there, so thank you for asking. Let's see what else we got. XRP will be a bank. Guys, it's looking more and more likely than ever that Ripple is just going to be critical infrastructure in the next generation financial system. Let's see what else we got. That's funny. Look at that, guys. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Beautiful. Some people interchange Ripple and XRP. It's not good terminology. Sometimes I just do it on mistake, but I try not to. There is two. It's Prime Numbers Lab, Ecosystem, PRNT, stick at 99 cents. Spoke to the team. I don't know what a Henway is. I don't know what a Henway is. Let me just take a look at what you're saying with Prime Numbers Lab. Let me take a look at your number because, look, look, if you donate money, I'll look into it. But typically, I like to keep it to Ripple and XRP. Let me take a look real quick. Who donated 5? Oh, Ryan. Yep, let me take a look for you. Let me take a look for you. Oh, they got a cool website. I'll give them that. Oh no, my laptop's about to die. I got my phone dying. I got my laptop dying. Wow, look at this. Everything's dying. Ethereum smart contract scaling platform. Looks cool. I just don't know much about it. See what else we got. Yeah, I'll do more research on it, but right now I just don't know much. If I do find out more, I'll definitely let you know. 1 second, guys. Un momento. I will be right back in 1 second. Man, it's a struggle here right now. Oh, did I just unplug that? Oh, got the phone dying, got my laptop dying. Maybe that's a sign that the stream's got to close down soon. Maybe that's a stream that the Let me see if I can fix this. All right, let's see if I saved it. This is what happens when I'm not in the car. Everything just falls apart. You'd think the car would be the hardest place to live stream from. Everything goes perfect when I'm in the car. All right, guys, if anyone has any last questions, make sure to drop them. If not, I'm probably going to wind this down. Super fun day today. So happy to see Ripple making these massive moves. Let's see what else we got. Colin, I'm glad I could help. Look, I understand that's one of the hardest things. In crypto, understanding some of the complex terminologies and understanding what it really means. So that's a really big compliment for me. I'm glad I can make it easier for you guys because I understood that was one of my hurdles getting into this space. Let's see what else we got. Two packs alive. Got you £5. I don't know what £5 is. I wish you guys could see what I'm dealing with on my computer right now. Just nothing is working. Okay, laptop charging. Now my phone's not charging, of course. You know, I just can't get a break here. I cannot get a break. Okay, there we go. We're back. All right, guys, we've been going for 1 hour and 7 minutes. I'm going to close it down. Thank you guys so much for coming. What a great live stream. Super exciting news in the XRP ecosystem. You know how it is. We'll be back here tomorrow. If you guys have any questions that didn't get answered, just make sure to hold them. We'll make sure we get to them. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Love doing these live streams every single day. It's so much fun. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys later. And for now, Mickle out.